What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. I know you guys could probably already tell it is going down. Just by that title alone, you're definitely going to see this one as we're witnessing yet another explosion on the set of Fox News The 5. We have that Fox News The 5 host Jessica Tarlov working on dancing her way out the doors of Fox News Network. Guys, this newest update where the Trump derangement syndrome just takes over for good thing we've got Judge Jeanine to keep her in line, guys. I'm excited to get into it. So we're not straight into it. Just make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Before we get into it, you guys hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button for you, boy. Without further ado, let's jump straight into it, folks. Check this out.
Kamala Harris getting caught red-handed, spewing out lies on the economy. The VP used her first solo sit-down to claim Trump ripped jobs away from the American people and left the country with the worst economy since the Great Depression. Kamala was later slapped with this fact-checked from CNN. Quote, Harris's claim is false. Trump presided over a gain of 414,000 U.S. manufacturing jobs, not a loss of at least 200,000.
It's about time they start fact-checking Kamala Harris. I mean, we've seen what happened with Donald Trump in the ABC debates, man. It was fact-check after fact-check. About time she's getting fact-checked. Come on now.
Take that, Jessica. But the liberals over on MSNBC are letting her off the hook with this lame excuse. Listen.
She answers every single question and gives people exactly what they want. She doesn't. You know why? Because she's a politician, and none of them do. They all speak in platitudes.
What kind of excuse?
Where have I heard that before?
Well, I don't know. Have you heard that before? What happened to democracy dies in darkness? You know, for a decade, that's what we've been hearing from the media. And they would, remember the New York Times made a really big deal. They were going to talk about Trump's lies. And it was going to be okay then to say lies. And they said it all over the place. They never said something along the lines of, well, you know, he's exaggerating. Of course, he's exaggerating. Everybody exaggerates. But a lot of this stuff, especially like when she says the stuff about houses are too expensive to buy. She's like, I alone can fix it. I'm going to fix it, and this is how I'm going to fix it. And the other problem is there's too much red tape. I'm like, but lady, you wrapped the red tape all around the country as part of the Biden-Harris administration. So I feel like the more I listen to all of them, the more I just am going back to being free market principles and all of this like tinkering with this. Let's do $25,000 here. Let's do this. Let's forgive this loan. Let's not forgive that loan. It's just tinkering that's not going to get us where we need to be.
It's an opportunity economy, right, Jessica? What does that mean?
Right.
It means an economy where everyone has the opportunity to succeed.
Right.
You answered that better than she did.
But we don't have that now.
We have.
Look at her, guys. She's already stumped on this opportunity economy of Kamala Harris. That's her plan. She's running on that when she's only flipped economic opportunity to opportunity. I mean, come on now, guys. Listen to Jessica Tarlov. I mean, she does explain it better than Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris goes off into the rant about how she grew up with a single mom trying to raise her and her little sister. I mean, come on. It's tired, guys. Listen to her.
It means an economy where everyone has the opportunity to succeed.
Right.
You answered that better than she did.
But we don't have that now.
We have it in part, and it's going to get better. And I think, okay, so the way that Kamala...
Even she's like, come on.
So the way that Kamala said it in the debate was factually accurate. The way that she said it with Stephanie Ruhle was not. And I think how she should do it from now on is you say, let's compare the first 3 years of both administrations. That's clean. It takes COVID out of it because we know that COVID obviously had huge effects on supply chain, wiping out jobs. So in the first 3 years versus the first 3 years, the Biden-Harris administration added 359,000 more manufacturing jobs than Trump did in his first 3 years and 200,000 more auto jobs. Clean and simple, put a bow on it. Those are the stats.
Judge Jeanine.
Vote for me.
Judge
You know
Jeanine.
what? I think the only thing that matters is the lady who may or may not be watching us who says, every time I go to the grocery store, I have to make sure I have enough money in my purse because inflation has gone up and wages have not gone up because, you know, I'm paying 20, 30% more for food and 55% more for auto insurance and 28% more for energy. And, you know, when Kamala Harris gets up there and her team, like Stephanie Ruhle, who's a smart woman, says, well, we don't expect her to give us answers because she's a politician. But the woman is running to be the #1 politician in the world, okay? She's going to run the United States economy, the military, everything. And they're good with the fact that, she just can't explain it because she's a politician. How is she supposed to run the country? How is she supposed to change the economy? I mean, you have to admit either one of two things. Either Kamala doesn't know the answer, or she's so arrogant that she doesn't think you're deserving of the answer. And, you should just vote for her because of the good vibes that nobody's feeling right now.
Greg Gutfeld.
Hey, Judge Jeanine's calling exactly how she sees it, guys. No way you guys can run on saying Kamala Harris is a politician so she can skate by not answering these questions when she's getting put up to be the leader of the free world. It just doesn't make sense. We're going to let her be in the hands of the red button. It does, how can you guys trust her with it? It really saddens me that there are still so many Americans that are in support of this lady, guys, and she has given us nothing to digest whatsoever. Let's hear what Craig has to say.
Vibes that nobody's feeling right now.
Greg Gutfeld.
Well, I thought that she was the change candidate, that she would be different. Turns out she's just like every other politician. This is why the empty phrase of change means nothing, because, reporters just love that word change, but they never say whether it's good or bad. Politicians do lie. We know that. They all lie. Some of the lies are directionally true. Some of the lies are in the direction of safety. Some of the lies aren't. For example, Trump. They're killing and raping, okay? Is that an exaggeration? It's not going to kill you. But if a candidate says they're not killing and raping, is that going to kill you? Yes. So it has to do with the direction of the lie. His lie is harmless, especially when it turns out to be prophetic, as it was when he came down the escalator.
And some of them are good people.
And some of them are good people. Yeah, some. Stephanie Rule used to work at Bloomberg and CNBC, and then she went to MSNBC. It's pretty strange, huh? I guess they had to burn her reading list, got rid of Milton Friedman and Thomas Sowell, and they replaced it with emails from Media Matters, because how do you lose all that background from Bloomberg and CNBC and then turn into basically, warming the bench for Rachel Maddow?
Who wants to do that?
Excellent.
Yo, there we have it, guys. It seems like the lamestream left-wing media outlets, they just want us to be okay with Kamala doing an interview and saying, hey, that suffice. At least she sat down and did said interview. Guys, she's doing these interviews, these sat downs, like we seen with MSNBC host Stephanie Rule, where she was avoiding and dodging all the questions. The only question I feel like we got a true answer to, and it may have been a lie, was the one about the McDonald's. Whether or not she had worked at McDonald's before as a literal fry cook, guys, saying that was her only job. But, when she's doing these interviews, we're not getting much out of it. And it's not making sense how the lamestream media outlets keep trying to cover it up to say, hey, she did the interview. You guys keep asking, trying to, press her into doing sit-down interviews. She finally did one. You guys should be happy. But it blows my mind how dumb they think the American folks are, and also the Kamala Harris supporters, those that are still, left straggling behind. They're not going to see through the fact that there is nothing that you get from what Kamala Harris stands for, her policies, her stances, and why she's flip-flopped on so many positions, guys. It doesn't make sense. So we got Jessica Tarlov here. She has to take the silver spoon out of her mouth before she starts talking, because I can't understand anything she's saying. Jessica also fits in that boat of folks who keep trying to push the narrative to say that, the American people should be happy that Kamala Harris did a sit-down interview, quit dodging the media, these journalists. Finally sat down and said something. But, that's not how it should be when you're the candidate up for being the leader of the free world. We should be able to know and trust that we know exactly who you are and what you stand for. It doesn't make sense why they keep trying to push this and say that, hey, her vibes are there, so you guys should give her the vote, guys. Hop in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you'd enjoy more content like this, catch you guys on the next one.